Hey guys, this is Lala Legacy and welcome back to another episode of Little Busters. So before we jump in, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button because it would mean the whole world to me, and after this video, if you like it, hit that like button too. Alright, let's jump in. Rin reacted instantly, repelling Kurugaya-san's sword. I was witness to a battle between two incredibly strong opponents. I am grateful to thee. Oh! She took the opportunity to strike at Kamari-san. It's done! A totally cool my newspaper blade! She was swinging around a self-made sword, and it instantly crumpled at the base. Oh, it folded! You didn't roll it up properly. Oh, is that so? I see an opening, shorty! I'm grateful to thee! Such a sorrow! It's not fair! I was still getting ready! Little Kud, the world of battle is ruthless. It's truly a dog-eat-dog world. Those who let their guard down get pushed off the cliff. I'm grateful to thee. Haven't I been telling you, you're full of openings? Nishizono-san might actually be unexpectedly strong. I'm grateful to thee. Whoa! Such a sorrow. I was done in. Kurugaya-san hit world past everyone, striking them. I'm your opponent. I can't remember her voice. Crap. Oh, wait. I'm your opponent. Be serious, stupid. Rin-kun, you're sure enjoying this game. She was dancing around like the wind. Rin couldn't lay a finger on her. And in this manner, the game came to an end. Me, something like 3 times? 13 times? 7 times? 9 times? I lost a little Kud! Rin-kun and One-san 0 times were tied for first. She looked pleased. And Komari-chan? 137 times? She had really got slashed too much. So, that makes Komari-chan the last place. Poor soul, everyone, let's help her out. And Haru-chan, thank you. Well, it was Haruka-san's duty to begin with. Don't sweat the small stuff. Thus, after rounding up the game, we brought the load of newspapers to the recycle area. If Masato and Kengo were here, it would have turned into something even more amazing. That's what I thought. After homeroom, school was over. You're heading to the club like always? He asked Kengo, who stood up without even turning in his direction. Of course. You have time for some girl, but none for us. What are you talking about? Were you drinking tea with some girl on a bench behind the school cafeteria? Everyone in the classroom was busy getting ready to go home, but after Masato spoke, it suddenly became quieter. I wanted to lift up the bench from behind and let you into free fall, but since there were 2 of you, I couldn't. Don't do that even when I'm alone. I wanted to see your happy face go, whoa, awesome! That's dangerous, you know. Masato was dense, so he didn't notice, but it'd become a real scoop already. The whole classroom was buzzing with whispers. They were speculating who the girl might be. Of all of us, Kengo was the most popular with the opposite sex. But perhaps being unaware of it himself, he tended to keep his distance from girls. I had actually never heard about him being alone with any girl other than Rin. Behind the school cafeteria was a table and a bench prepared for those wanting to eat outside, but it had got rusty after constant exposure to rain, so nobody took much interest in it. To be alone with a girl in such a place, it must have been a date. Wouldn't you be fine even or even falling from the rooftop. You should taste the thrill of free fall. Don't be unreasonable. I could sense everyone's growing impatience in my skin. Why isn't Masato talking about the girl and who she was? They're totally going out, we heard the girls grumble in vexation. Huh? Was that your girlfriend? No. It's not what you guys seem to be thinking. She's Koshiki from the archery club. The instant everyone heard the name, the classroom fell into silence. Everyone knew the name, and furthermore, everyone was aware of her situation, so nobody attempted to pry further. Nor did Kengo say anything more. Without saying a word, he picked up his bag and left the classroom. Not long after that, Rin dashed over. Was she his girlfriend? No, I answered in sheer amazement. But then I remembered how small her circle of friends was. Koshiki Miyuki from the archery club, often described as a beautiful prodigy. The image of her was clearly etched into my mind. A beautiful face, and covering part of it a symbol of tragedy. Have you seen a girl who always wears an eye patch? She shook her head and the bell in her hair chimed twice. She lost vision in one of her eyes. She wasn't injured or anything, but she doesn't remove it, or even now. She listened to me silently. She's the daughter to a family well known for its skill in archery, so there were high expectations for her, but tragically an unfortunate illness. In a similar position related to martial arts and high expectations, Kengo is the closest to her. That's why I think they've got a lot of things to talk about. She finally understood. He's not very sociable, but he is a good person. He's reliable, too. Yes. But I'm starting to feel embarrassed about what we're up to now. Kengo is walking his own path, becoming strong for a girl like her. But what we're doing now, for whose sake is it? She pondered deeply. It's fun for now, she answered easily. I couldn't help but smile. She's right about that. Then help us find some members. Bye-bye. Hey! Whoa, she really ran away on us. In the end, we're the only ones left. What are we going to do about the member search? Let's see. I'll go ask around the muscle clique. I see. Here it comes, an incomprehensible muscle request. Our team is becoming a feeble one with nothing but girls in it. What clique are you going to check? Well, just my usual acquaintances. A shadow of dissatisfaction crossed his face, but cleared almost instantly. Well, fine. If you manage to find anyone even slightly promising, bring them along. I'll do my best. Okay, dismissed. Best of luck to you. For some reason, he lay down in the empty space in the back of the classroom, and after that, he started slowly crawling towards the corridor. What's with that? Muscle click anyway. I'm hoping he won't do something that'll make him stand out. I really didn't want to know the details, so I just went on ahead of him and walked out of the classroom. I was used to this by now anyway. Now, where should I look? If I stay here for too long, the crawling Masato will catch up to me. There, I could already hear his strained breathing drawing closer to me. I'm not really sure where to go, though. While walking along the hallway, I ran into someone I knew. Hey, I said, poking her forehead with my finger. What are you doing? Guess who? Saigasa Haruka. Yep, correct! Yaha, Riki-kun! An after-school walk? I sighed. Saigasa-san, tell me why you're covering your own eyes with your hands, or with your own hands? Isn't that the Guess Who game? She cocked her head. Why is she always answering questions with questions? You're supposed to cover someone else's eyes in that game. Oh, don't make that face like you've lived until now without even knowing that. Well, if I cover my eyes, you can't tell who I am, right? You know, since I'm so plain after all. That's absolutely, totally not true. Hey. She folded her arms and, as if impressed, nodded. Riki-kun, you're amazing! I'm not amazing at all. And actually, is she trying to say anyone could mistake those distinctive twin tails of hers? You're as amazing as the other people I respect. People you respect? What people? Their names are Mr. George and Gordon Shumway. She was positively beaming. Those must have been people she really respected. So, who are they? Well, George and Gordon are amazing. No matter what you say, they're just amazing. She was nodding to her own words. She wasn't listening to me at all, as usual. I had no other choice but to return to the previous topic. Playing the Guess Who game alone? I was starting to wonder if no one was going to pass by already. No one was coming, you know. But then you passed by, Riki-kun, so now I'm happy. She folded her arms behind her and began hopping. A dance of delight! No need to dance. Nobody asked you to. I didn't even ask for an explanation. No trace of rational reasoning. Thanks! It's not a compliment. We're not getting anywhere like this. Yeah, my bad. Are you looking for someone? Well, you could say that. Ah, that's right, Saigasa-san. Want to play baseball? And that's how she came out to the field. Yep, and that's how I brought along another member. Riki, remember what I told you? What's that? I don't remember either. What a moron! But I'm sure I never told you to bring someone so useless along. You shouldn't say that, Masato. Yeah, useless! Saigasa, don't point at me. The useless one is you. How about we have her take the test like usual? What do you say, Kyosuke? Riki. What is it, Kyosuke? Does she have a special skill? Do you, Saigasa-san? I asked Saigasa-san, who was squatting down on the ground. What are you doing? She was holding a glove in her hand, sniffing it. Smells like youth! Passed. What? What did she pass, Kyosuke? You don't care who it is at all anymore. Don't be so serious, Rin. He's totally serious. Well, let's play catch for starters. Just to make sure you can use the glove to catch the ball, okay? Where do you hit for 10 points? That's not a strikeout. And you, Kyosuke, what are you drawing circles for? We don't need a target. That's not what it's about. You just throw and catch the ball normally. So we just have to play catch? Yes, that's it. Actually, isn't that exactly what I said in the first place? She really never listens to anyone. She was twirling her arm. There! Like this? Yeah, like that. She's got a really weak throw. But she's a girl after all. I smiled sympathetically after realizing that. The ball was so slow a fly could stop it. I knew you were useless. I spoke, throwing the ball back to her. Isn't it more like this? A girl like Rin must be pretty rare. Saigasa. Oh, yes? What is it, Natsume-senpai? Looks like you're having trouble pitching. Yes, just a bit though. Kyosuke gave it some thought and then picked up a few gloves lying on the ground. Here, Saigasa. Whoa! She caught the glove Kyosuke threw to her. Try it on your right hand. Got it! Whoa! She smacked the glove with her left fist. It's a perfect fit! In other words, he picked up the glove Saigasa-san had used earlier and spoke. This one's for right-handed people. In other words, you wear it on your left hand. The glove you just put on is for lefties. Saigasa, you're left-handed. Yep, that's it. I mean, yes, you're correct, Natsume-senpai. Try throwing one more time. Aye, aye, sir. Yeah! Ha! There it goes. Now another one. You returned to your normal form all of a sudden, huh? So, there's gloves for lefties too. I didn't know that. Of course there are. There's a ton of famous baseball players who are lefties. I could see you have potential. He nodded to himself. Da-da-da-da! Saigasa Haruka changed jobs from whatever. For some reason, a fanfare played. Somehow, that wasn't a magnificent job change. Or wasn't that a magnificent job change? He sunk into his knees, or to his knees. Masato-kun, I'm not useless anymore. Saigasa-san, you know what you have to do when the ball comes flying to you? Eh? You have to hit the person that threw it at you, right? Like this! The ball hit Masato in the crotch. Gah! He doubled over. Am I wrong? Totally wrong. We should start by having her memorize the rules. Okay, Saigasa, you'll play outfield defense. We'll continue after school. Aye aye, sir! Saigasa joined the practice. At the same time, she joined the battle ranking system. The number of people in the battle ranking system has increased too. Okay, let's loosen the rules a bit. From now on, it's okay to fight someone who are 2 places above you. Huh, I'm finally set free. No, Masato, don't say it like that, or like it's only to your advantage. That's right, because I'm coming in top, baby! Betting exercise, start! Yes. I know. Ooh, that was a good hit, though. Ouch! Sorry! Ooh! I don't know, Rin. Stop it. Not my fault. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Whoa, wasn't that a curveball just now? No, it was imbued with the power of with the spirit of cats. So it's a perv. Is that okay? No need to seek my approval with these glittering eyes every time. Rin has learned the perv. Alright, let's keep going. Woo! Yes! Ah, dang it! Yes. Woo! Ah, dang it. Yes! Where we go? Where we go? Where we going? Over there. Oh boy. Ugh. Hey! Okay. Come on, Rin. Well. Okay, that's fine. That's fine as well. Dang it. Alright, first break. We're doing pretty good, I think. Oh, another great hit! The ball flew off towards the setting sun, bathed in dazzling sunlight, finally falling out of sight. You're a surprisingly strong hitter. You're smaller than little Matsui. I'll call you little Matsui. Don't call me such a weird name. We've run out of balls. He took off his glove and stood up. Let's go get them. Yeah. I took off to look for the one I had hit at the end, the furthest one so far. I have no clue where it went. I reached the small passage between the school building and the fence. I think I could get to behind the cafeteria from here. Just as I thought. I never imagined someone would be in this desolate place, so I automatically hid behind the fence. Hey, I don't really have to hide. I cautiously poked out my head. Stunned, I hid myself again. Standing there was Kengo, and he wasn't alone. He was with a girl. I couldn't see her face very well, but judging from Masato's story, there was no doubt it was Koshiki-san from the archery club. She was wearing her school uniform, so I wasn't sure. I ended up standing there motionless. Or whatever they were talking about, it seemed very serious somehow. Still, I couldn't hear them. But judging from the tone of their voices, I felt the air was charged with uneasiness. It was wrong trying to imagine what they were talking about, but hiding here was even worse. I should pretend I've seen and heard nothing and just leave. Let's do that. What's going on? How long Masato had been standing behind me I didn't know, and I was startled for a third time. Is he drinking tea with that girl again? He peeked into the backyard and said, All right, 2 at once. Let's give them a free fall. No, it looks like they're having a serious conversation. At times like this, shouldn't they yell Yahoo during a free fall and let those emotions out? Of course not. You disagree. Right. So let's head back already. I'll do whatever you want. You know you're my favorite, Masato. Really? Okay then. All right, let's wrap it up for today before it gets dark. After he made the announcement, everyone left in different directions. That's it for today. I'm thirsty. I should go buy some juice before dinner. I was heading to the courtyard vending machine as I heard Saigasa-san and Kodagaya-san's voices. Now, which one do you want? Which one, you ask me? Choose whatever you like, because today is Anago's day. The short form is Ana Day. It's not that day, though. You don't need to worry any day. Kodagaya-san seemed to be smiling wryly. Speaking of which, since when did those two know each other so well? Doubt suddenly crossed my mind. It seemed like they were very close. It doesn't bother me, but aren't you embarrassed saying this stuff? Come on, Anigo, there's nobody around. What about the young man over there? Oh yeah, Riki-kun. Yo, are you thirsty too, Riki-kun? Well, something like that. Yeah, Riki-kun. Kodagaya-san shrugged a little and smiled, looking at me. I didn't really understand what she was expecting of me. Anyhow, I asked them, picking out some juice? But before that, seems like Haruka-kun was going to proudly present her gag. What? Wait! Hanago, stop it! Well, I heard it already. That's embarrassing. Well, something like this. I was starting to get the picture of their balance of power. Now it's just a vending machine, but we should choose something appropriate. Anigo, you should have this! Green potion! The color of sweet curry is like an antidote. It's a good name, yep. There's green juice written on it. This one's good too. Red potion, I'm sure it'll recover your strength. There's pickled ginger written on it. Oh geez, you should choose this, Anigo. I strongly recommend it. Miso cutlet juice. Saigasa-san wiped her sweat. Here, Anigo, I present this to you. Ginger ale tastes special after a good workout. Hey, what are you doing, Anigo? You want to recommend it to others? You should drink it yourself first. How can you? Kurugaya-san plays tricks on people quite often, but is never the butt of them. So, what's Anigo's day? The day when Haruka-kun dropped a coin in the sewage drain and was troubled over not getting it out, she said, bringing the can to her mouth. Today's the day Anigo saved me. You mean it happened this time last year? There you have it. It was no big deal, though. It was a really big deal. It was quite an amazing way to get it out. Like, gatan, gyuin, ga-ga-ga, like that. What kind of way is that? That's why today is Anigo's day. Anigo. It's fine, even if you don't repeat my name so much, Haruka-kun, she retorted smoothly as usual. But her words seemed gentle to me. So, you started calling her Anigo since then? But why Anigo? Why are you asking me? Haruka-kun's the one, Haruka-kun's the one calling me that. This miso cutlass juice is rough, Anigo. Did you call me Anigo? Saigasa-san, why do you call Kodagaya-san Anigo? She tilted her head to my question. Anigo is Anigo. Well, not exactly. I kind of get what you're saying. Kodagaya-san did have the air of an older sister. She's like a big sister. That's why Anigo. What's so hard to understand? She seemed to be asking. It'd be just strange to call her Aneki or Ane-san or One-san, right? Well, there are some people who call me that. No, Anigo is Anigo. That's why Anigo. That's quite philosophical. I don't get it at all, though. Young man, it's philosophical so long as one doesn't understand it. It is no longer philosophy if you understand it. There's no such thing as a perfect answer in this world. She tossed the juice can away. It landed in the garbage can with a small clank. Now then, it's about time I should go. Understood. Sorry for holding you up. Well, don't worry about it. She flipped her hair over her shoulder and walked away. Just once. Eh? I called her something other than Anigo and she got angry, she murmured. That's why Anigo is Anigo, even if she isn't my Anigo. I still call her Anigo, yup. That's philosophical. I repeated what Kurugaya-san said before. There certainly didn't seem to be a perfect answer to that. By the way, Riki-kun. Yeah, what is it? I wanted to ask a favor. Will you hear me out? What's this all of a sudden? I'll do what I can. I want you to start calling me by my name soon. Huh? Your name? Like what, for example? For example, she thought about it. She started counting out on the fingers of her left hand. For example, Haru-chan. For example, Haru-chin. For example, Hatan. Yo, Hatan. Heh? Why that of all things? Just kidding, but... You don't want to use my name? I was cut off by Saigasa-san's intense glare as I was about to suggest that it was a bit too sudden. It's not like I don't want to. Well, since that's what you want, Saigasa-san. Really? That's great! She seized my hand and pumped it up and down. Thanks, Riki-kun. It's really no big deal. I'm glad I spoke my mind. Yup. She looked delighted. Now that I think of it, when was I supposed to... Well, I'm already this late. I've got to go now. Sorry. Oh, okay. She shook my hand one last time and suddenly broke off and dashed away. But she suddenly stopped before getting too far. I forgot to tell you, Riki-kun, the reason I wanted you to call me by my first name is I like it more than my last name. That's the only reason. I see. Yep, that's it. Okay, catch you later. In the blink of an eye, Haruka-san rounded the corner and disappeared. She returned again. I forgot! Here, take this! Eh? She handed me the juice can. It's miso cutlet. Laters! Once again, she disappeared around the corner of the school building. What am I supposed to do with this? It had an unbelievable taste. I checked the time on my cell phone. There's still time before dinner. What to do? I guess let's just wander? Seeking a strong opponent, I wander around the campus. Ooh. Nah. We're not gonna trade. Listen to the results. Kyosuke. Yep. Masato versus Rin. Probably Rin. Oh, Masato. Well, that's too bad that we didn't actually get to fight anybody. I sat on my desk and began today's homework. I didn't really feel like doing it, thinking it was for Masato's sake, who was in the middle of training. If only he'd set aside some time, or some of the time he spent on on this foolish stuff to study diligently. I think I should try talking some sense into him for once. Masato isn't an idiot. He's a muscle idiot. You leave the muscle part off, and his idiocy will vanish along with it. I decided to stop thinking about nonsense and study seriously. Then I heard a knock at the door. It can't be Masato. I stood up and opened the door. Is it Kud? Yay! Nice-san! It was Kud's cheerful voice. What's up? Today's classes were tough. It does seem a bit biased with when a certain someone is always called on. But it's the roll of the dice. It can't be helped. I think it's worrisome enough if a teacher's rolling dice in class. Maybe it's a lie that God doesn't play dice. That aside, was there something you wanted? Yes. She clasped her hands together and told me. My roommate's been decided. We're busy sorting her things now. I see. She's moving in this weekend. The dorm head is going to provide us some extra furniture, it seems. But your room's already furnished, isn't it? Yes, but she says she's going to give us some extra things made by... She placed a finger on her cheek, trying to remember something. Made by the Furniture Club. I'd never heard of that club. I heard the club closed down last year after the last seniors graduated. But we could freely use their work as long as we have permission. That's good to know. I think I should look for something for me, too. So, I'd like you to help, but is that okay with you? She clasped her hands and looked up at me. Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. Really? Thank you very much. She jumped a little in delight. How about we meet right afterwards in front of the girls' dorm? Sure, that's fine. And then she suddenly realized. Do you help me? A monotone voice as always. I smiled ironically and answered, Okay. Thanks to you. Thanks, Soru. She bowed her head quickly. There were still some things to arrange in Kud's room, so in order to clean it up, we headed to her room. In the room was a standard bed, complete with a bed quilt of a girly design. There were various books and other small things piled atop the desk. The last time I was here, there was just a blank cream-colored wall, but this time a calendar and other things were hanging on it. What's this? There was something that resembled a checkered pocket of blue and white colors. On closer inspection, it wasn't really a single cloth. Blue and white patches were sewn together. That is patchwork, Naoi-san. I made it myself. Is it weird? Oh, I see. There's nothing weird about it. There were empty cardboard boxes piled up in the corner. I'll crush the cardboard boxes for you. Yes, please. I was ripping the duct tape from the cardboard boxes and crushing them. Huh, this box doesn't open? Among all the boxes, there was one that wouldn't open. The sticky tape on the gray-colored box didn't seem to want to come off. This is, She tilted her head. This box is... Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. She shook her head. It's okay not to open it, I think. I see. I'll put it under the desk then. Yes, thank you very much. Speaking of which, are we going to see the furniture today? I confirmed and resumed crushing the boxes. I also took newspapers out of the boxes, which had served as packing material. They looked like English newspapers. I think we should do it tomorrow. I'd forgotten we had to throw the boxes away. Is that inconvenient for you, Noe-san? No, I'm fine with that. I folded the English newspapers. An article on the cover caught my eye. Novaya Tebi Ma Tenua. I somehow managed to read the Latin characters, but the meaning remained a mystery. Noe-san, please lend me a hand. Okay. I was finished with crushing the boxes and tossed them together with the newspapers in the garbage can. She was unfolding something that resembled a tapestry. What's this? Whoa! I unfolded it. Why an Edo period print? My grandfather told me to hang it somewhere. This is, Kiyonagi-san's work. He wishes me to become like the lady in the picture. But that's impossible for me, she said while fiddling with her hair. That aside, I think your hairpin has a very pretty design. And also, this person moves around during the night. No way, moves around? Yes, her eyes look around like this. No, that can't be. And sometimes, she looks over this way. Huh? By the way, her eyes only move when I wake up in the middle of the night. Wonderful Japan. Aren't you seeing things because you're half asleep? So, where do you want to hang it? I think I should ask my roommate's opinion. Alright, let's set it aside for now. Yes, let's! What's this? It was like a small wooden table, somehow cylindrical. Ah, that's a pillow! A pillow? It was grandfather's favorite pillow, it seems. My neck hurts from it. Isn't it completely useless? That's why I want to go buy a new pillow. Were you always using this pillow back home? Only when grandfather was home, she answered with a serious look. I see. Huh? What's that? A calligraphy set? To top it all off, it came with a number of stupidly huge ink bottles as well. Ah, this is a pen made from the hair of, Hermione's tail. Do you do calligraphy? Just a little. My grandfather told me to take notes in class with that. Impossible. That's completely impossible. You're right. I'll keep it in my desk, though. I groaned looking at the set, paperweight, inkstone, and everything else. Is this strange after all? She murmured. No, that's not what I meant. It's just, anyone who buys that kind of stuff must be crazy about Japan. So I've come to realize how much KUD'S grandfather loved Japan. With all these things in the room, it's like the room of some foreigner who got the wrong idea, isn't it? I don't hate it, actually, I rather like it. She went on while intensely examining a pretty amber-colored comb. Her face was expressionless as she stared at the comb. This is how I look after all. It must seem weird. There was no emotion in her voice. She just seemed a little heartbroken, looking downward. That's why I wasn't sure how to answer right away. That's not true. KUD is KUD. She's a citizen of the same country as we are on the inside. Just her appearance is different. But how she herself felt about that difference, I had no way of knowing. She raised her head, hearing my words. Thank you very much, Nai-san. It was her usual smiling face. Did my bland words manage to bring out her smile again? No, that's not it. That can't be right. For some reason, that feeling lingered within me. Well, it's nice having Rin on standby outdoors, but there's nothing for her to do. Let's tell her to go inside then. Well, we'll think of something. Are you hungry? Rin was talking to a cat. There's nothing left. So what's here? Sasasagawa Sasami! She's met her again. What kind of insidious plot are you scheming today in such a place? I'm not scheming anything. Then, are you going back to the dormitory? I am. Wait up. She stopped her. Can you tell me Miyazawa's favorite meal? You sure are popular. His favorite meal? Tell her it's instant yakisoba without draining the hot water. Instant yakisoba without draining the hot water. Ugh. She cringed a bit. Not draining off the hot water is ecological. She somehow bought into it. However, I wonder what sauce mixed with hot water would taste like. Have you ever tried it yourself? I haven't. It is just something Masato made up so he doesn't make it in the first place. Are you making a fool out of me again? Are you daring me for a challenge with that? Very well, I shall shut that insolent mouth of yours again. You, take care of her. Here we go. All right. This is gonna be easy. And they have Sasami's half-eaten hamburger. Ew. Oh boy. The banging on the roof. Alright, come on, Rin. You got this. Oh. I mean, that did pretty okay. But they're still gonna lose. That was pretty easy. Let's go! Don't expect me to hold back this time. Self-centered cat queen. Alright, come on. Uh-oh. Oh no, her arm strength. Come on! No! We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose so bad. No. Well, at least we made it this far, though. It's a piece of cake when I get serious. Wait, wasn't that different from the original mission? We should treat everything as a mission. I'm sure I'm just getting tricked. And so the night went on. Well, that is the perfect spot to end it. So I'm gonna end it here. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And I will see you next time. Bye!